Hey everyone, I'm Lizzie and this is Lizzie Reads and Happy New Year. So this is my first video of the new year and first video in a little while. I basically failed at Vlogmas, but I gave it a go and I don't think it's that too big of a deal. But yeah, we're back with some bad lighting for the first few videos because there's a few things I want to put out, like bit content. Yeah, and that is the first video is going to be my 2018 goal roundup and my 2019 goals. So basically I have my book, my little fluffy book, and I just thought I'd let you know. I did a video about this last year and some of my goals were really achievable and some of them didn't work out so great. So my goal, my Goodreads reading goal, which I find really works for me because I'm such a goal orientated person, was in fact 100 books, and I read 108 books, 107 or 108, I'm not quite sure at this moment in time, but yeah, that was pretty good. I think I was quite pleased with that. However, the rest of my goals didn't pan out to be so great, so I wanted to read more widely and diversely, and I did read quite widely. I read quite a wide range of genres and a few different interesting things like that, but however, I did not manage, I just found the countries, the ethnicities I was reading from, although were diverse, not on a level in which I'd be pleased with. I felt like I was coming into contact with a lot of books that were just white, British, American, male. No, I don't read that many male authors, but yeah, I didn't feel like that was working out in my favour. However, I did read some interesting and diverse books, just not enough of them. So I think that's something I continue to work towards. I think I set a limit of like 5 classics and 5 non-fiction books, and I smashed the non-fiction book target. I read loads of non-fiction books. I really enjoyed non-fiction books over the last year on Audible, especially. And I hope that continues into the new year. Well, this is the new year, so it's a bit weird, but and I also didn't read many classics. I think I read 2 books I would call a classic, maybe 3, and not the kind of classics that I wanted to tackle. So yeah, so I wasn't best pleased with those. In terms of other personal goals, 2018 was a really good year for me. I graduated and I also got a full-time job, so that's pretty good. I did some nice fun things, lots of things with my family and friends, which was really good, and I really enjoyed it. So sad to see a very important year of my life over, but very pleased to be having a new year with lots of new opportunities. So I thought I'd just talk about my 2019 goals. I'm going to talk about a few bookish goals, because some of them I will talk about here, but also some of them I just think I like to hear what other people's goals are in terms of non-bookish. But first I'll start my bookish, because if you're not interested you can obviously not watch the end of the video. I would like to read 120 books this year, because I like to continue to push myself more and more and more to read more books. Obviously there's going to be a point where it's going to stay, but I figured that I'm getting into a routine now. I want to build on that routine, my new job and my new lifestyle with weekends off, and there's so much I want to read. I'm going to need to read 120 books to get some of these books that I've been wanting to read for years off my TBR, and all the new books I probably will buy. Yeah, so that's my Goodreads goal. If it doesn't get there, it doesn't get there. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. I'd like to read again more diversely. I think I've already started to build on that by buying some interesting diverse books for my January TBR. So I want to read more diverse fiction because I read a lot of diverse non-fiction, but some diverse fiction would be really good actually. And I think after I got a few bits on my shelf that I'm quite excited to read, but I just want to fill my shelves with some more really exciting things, and looking to actively looking for something more diverse, I think might be the way to go, because instead of coming across the same book, that obviously I want to read these books, but I want to go further and go more. So if you know any YouTubers, for example, and I watch so much YouTube that where people talk about such different and diverse books, and I note them down, and then sometimes I just don't pick them up, and I feel like I should do that more. And those books I do really enjoy. It's just the picking them up, getting to the point of picking them up, because it not being what I'm used to. So yeah, I'm going to try and do my best to improve in that aspect. I'd really like to finish a Game of Thrones, the series, before the new TV show comes out. The new series, the last series, I feel like it comes out in like June, July, and I've got 6 books left, and they're quite chunky, so I'm gonna have to like power through them, I hope. I know that the series that I will be watching won't have been written in book form yet, but I really like to be like clued up in terms of the books, because I really enjoyed reading the first one, and I felt like it made me want to watch the TV show more. So I feel like to get a lot of enjoyment out of the new series, that's the way to go. Looking at my before I mention my. Hi, so we're coming in at a completely different angle. I'm really sorry. I feel terrible that this is going to be such a weird video now, but I had a bit of a crash with the filming situation, so it's now going to be really weird, but I hope you guys don't mind. Yeah, so those are my reading goals, and one of my reading goals is based on my real life goals, and then and one of my real life goals is to cut down the amount of single-use plastic that I use, and also my my personal carbon footprint. So I'm going to try and do as much as I can to be more ethical this year, in terms of not using as much single-use plastic, recycling in the best way that I can, reusing in the best way that I can, but also in other ways, like I'm going to try and not shop from unethical brands. I probably will use fast fashion this year. I feel like that's something I don't want to focus on this year, because although I'm conscious of it, I feel like I haven't planned and I haven't thought it through enough yet. So that is something eventually that I want to tackle, but I'm just going to try and use as much ethically stuff as I can, and then hopefully maybe next year or later in the year make some more drastic changes. Like, so for example, I'm currently not a vegetarian, and I don't find and I've got this like struggle, like I want to be, but I feel like I can't in my current living situation. And also, like, I do like the animal products that I consume, so I'm still feeling that resistance personally. So I think that my best way to sort of go around that is to try and eat like meat-free during the day. So that sounds a bit bizarre to some people. I don't think it doesn't really some people think, well, why don't you go meat-free all the time? But in the evenings when I'm eating with my parents or my boyfriend's family, because we both still live at home, I will just eat what they can give me, but during the day, like when I've made my own lunch to take to work, or it's the weekend, like I'll try and make more meat-free choices. And I feel like this is a slow transition, and I'm thinking about it more consciously and buying more meat-free products, and using my consumer power to show interest in these things. And I think I'm okay with where I am with that now. Hopefully one day, maybe, I don't know if I just feel like I'm just not ready yet to cut anything out drastically. But I am in support of those who can, and hopefully nobody thinks I'm stupid for trying to do my little bit. So yeah, but because of those like plastic and things like that, I really am making conscious effort to read some books to inspire me and push me to improve those things. So I've got one coming in my January TBR, which you shall see very, very soon. And as well as that, I just want to be kinder to my body this year. I think I don't want to fill it with as much fast food and alcohol as I did in my last year of uni, and I just want to be a bit kinder to it and treat it in a healthy way. No specific restrictions around that. I just want to be a bit kinder to my body. And as well as that, I really would like, I think I'd like to post a video on YouTube at least once a week, because I think if I try for 2, it's just too much, because like I feel like there's pressure and like but I think I might do 6 videos a month. I know that sounds really bizarre, but like 1 video a week, and then every 2 weeks there's 2 videos in a week, or like every week and a half or something. Just because obviously that's not going to affect now, because I've got lots of videos filmed, and I'm going to try and do like cram lots of videos in, because I feel like in the first week of the year everyone really wants to watch these New Year videos, but I know that a lot of people do them before the end of the year, but I personally feel like I can't say everything I want to say if I pre-film at the end of the year. And also I was busy being Christmas lovely life. Yeah, so I'm sorry for this badly lit video and the next 3 videos that are going to be badly lit, because I'm just going to film them now. I really appreciate you watching this video. If you'd like to comment, like or subscribe, please, I'd really appreciate it. But if not, that's fine. And if you have any suggestions or anything you want to say, just let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and a happy new year to you and your family.